It's a long way from Manchester, but West Palm Beach in Florida is where the odds shortened on a sale of the Reds. On streets populated by the super rich, we tracked down one of the money men minded to sell, Avram Glazer, club owner. Mr. Glazer, why is now the right time to sell Manchester United?
Hi, well, as we announced yesterday, the board went through a process and it's decided it's going to look at different strategic alternatives, and that's what we're doing. So,
United fans say that you should have sold the club years ago.
Well, once again, we've gone through a process. We're going to look at all different strategic alternatives, and we'll see where that leads us. So I appreciate you talking to me tonight, and I'm going to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Cristiano Ronaldo says that you don't care about the club, and thousands of United fans agree with him. Why should they be wrong?
Well, I'll tell you about Cristiano Ronaldo. He's a great Manchester United player. I appreciate everything he's done for the club, and I wish him the best luck in the future. Thanks very much.
Why did he have to leave the club? Why did he have to leave the club? Before he began World Cup duty, Cristiano Ronaldo had left Manchester United with a parting shot at the Glazer family, saying they didn't care about the football side of the club. Many in the support have long been vocal in their disdain of the Glazer family's ownership. Manchester United fans have made their feelings clear here in Florida. The Supporters Trust has written to the Glazer family, urging them to sell and sell quickly, saying the last 17 years have been characterised by debt and decline on the field.
Let's start with you, shall we? Why are the Glazers selling now?
Well, I think they feel that now is the time to sell the club. Look, a lot of Manchester United fans have been unhappy for a very, very long time. The Glazers bought the club 17 years ago. I still remember there were protests from fans at the time as well. You have to consider how the Glazers funded their takeover of Manchester United. They didn't buy the club with their own money. They borrowed £600 million to buy United in a leveraged buyout, and they loaded that debt onto the club. So the club has been paying off that debt. And 17 years later, the debt is still around £600 million. And in the meantime, the Glazers' takeover of the club has cost Manchester United about £1.5 billion. Now, during the past 17 years, there's always been significant opposition to the owners from Manchester United supporters. I think that has played a part in why they want to sell the club now. I think the other reasons are, one, Manchester United needs a lot of money investing in it. Old Trafford needs to be redeveloped. United need to spend a lot of money on the training ground as well, although I know they are spending some money on those two areas. So money is needed, and I'm not sure the Glazer family want to invest their own money in the club. And also, the days of cheap credit are over. You can't go out and borrow money very, very easily. The other reason, I think, is because, just like Liverpool, they saw what happened to Chelsea when Roman Abramovic was forced to sell Chelsea earlier this year. There were so many different investment groups and businessmen interested in buying the club. Chelsea eventually went for £2.5 billion. So for the Glazer family, they realised there is a lot of significant interest out there. If we were to sell the club, now would be a good time. And we know for a fact that there are people, especially in the United States of America, who want to invest in a Premier League club. And you have to say, United are probably, arguably, historically, the biggest club in Manchester United, in the Premier League. So there will be a lot of interest in buying them.
Though, in some ways, is that price affected by the fact that the market, in some ways, is not flooded, but Liverpool are also potentially up for sale as well? Does that, in some ways, reflect the price?
I think what's interesting is that Manchester United have retained the services of the Rain Group to handle and market this potential sale. Now, the Rain Group were the investment firm that Roman Abramovich used to sell Chelsea. And we know for a fact that more than 100 interested parties contacted the Rain Group when Chelsea was put up for sale. Now, of course, not all those interested parties would have had the funds to be able to buy a club like Chelsea. I'm sure some of them did it for publicity reasons. But the fact that Manchester United are using the Rain Group to me, suggests that they want to tap into the knowledge that the Rain Group have of the people out there who are interested in buying a Premier League club, which is why I think this could be done quickly. Look, we don't know how long it could take. Sometimes a potential takeover, and we don't know for sure that the club is going to be sold, can take years. But we saw it was pretty quick. It was 3 or 4 months, I think, in Chelsea's case. So I think the Glazer family, if indeed they do want to sell the club outright, I believe the reason they are using the Rain Group is because they know the Rain Group have the names and numbers of the people with the money who can afford to buy a club as big as Manchester United.
Hey, and Carve, what is the feeling within the club about this potential sale then?
Well, look, the information I'm getting is, as far as the playing side is concerned, Erik ten Hag is totally focused on playing matters. Of course, because the World Cup is on at the moment, the players are either away, the coaching staff are taking a little break. The issue with Cristiano Ronaldo has been sorted out, and I think Erik ten Hag feels that he can do what Thomas Tuchel did. During all the uncertainty surrounding Roman Abramovic selling Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel actually insulated his players from all that uncertainty, and Chelsea's results were pretty good during that period. So I think that is what Erik ten Hag will be trying to replicate. But of course, when a club is up for sale effectively, the people running that club in key positions will be thinking about the future, because look at what has happened at Chelsea since Todd Burley bought the club. A lot of key people have left Stamford Bridge. So you'd have to think, if the Glazers were to sell Manchester United, whoever buys the club, and I'm hearing it's more than likely going to be a group of US investors, they would surely want to bring in their own people. So a little bit of uncertainty around Manchester United at the moment, especially at the senior level, because they know if new people come in, they'll want to bring their own people in with them.
So that's the view from Doha this lunchtime. Let's get the feeling in Manchester, shall we, to this potential sale. And as you can see, Ben Ransom is there for us at Old Trafford.